record. Well, welcome, Linda.
Hello from over here.
So this month, well, actually just 21 days of this month, we're talking all about Melissa. And that's one of those high dollar, more valuable oils that we probably are afraid to, if we've purchased it, to actually use it because it costs so much money. But the more that we've shared content on this oil, it really is another one of those powerhouse oils.
It is, but we can be thankful that at the doTERRA convention, they told us that this, a lot of the reason it's been a high price oil is because of supply and being able to get it. And so they are actually working with the farmers in Bulgaria. And it's really interesting that they have, managers actually from doTERRA who are, supplying the plants and are really working with the producers and getting, with a long-term commitment, so that this long-term commitment, then the farmers are producing more. And they also, when they bring them the distilled oil, they're paying the farmers within a day or two. And here in America, we have to wait 2.5 or 2 or 3 weeks, once we get our first paycheck when you start someplace. So this is really good for the farmers. And so really, even though it's a 5 milliliter bottle, they've reduced the price by $15 wholesale, so that I don't say it makes it more affordable, but it makes you feel better about it. And so, but I probably did not use it at the beginning because it was so expensive, and I waited till I had my free points to get that oil. And but I think since this pandemic, I've probably used a couple bottles.
Yes, you used it for your seasonal threat.
Yes,
the current seasonal threat when it was in your home. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Well, one of the posts that we put up about Melissa was the amount of flowers that it actually takes to produce it. And I had to try and create a visual, how much that actually would be. And so I'm thinking what's the biggest bag of something that I carry into the house? And it might be a 30-pound bag of dog food. So they said it takes, so if you can imagine one of those big bags of dog food, it would take 2 of those. If all those flowers were compacted in there and could weigh that much,
right?
66 pounds of the flower to create one bottle, 1 ml to 5 ml.
So sort of like if you use softener salt, a 40-pound bag, a 60-pound bag, I can't lift them.
Yeah.
at all. So yeah.
Right. And I don't know, because I've never been there and experienced it. I don't know if that's baskets of the flower in there. And so maybe it's 10 baskets full, because I can't imagine that the leaves are very heavy when you just have maybe a big basket full. So it has to be so many baskets full of these leaves, because I'm sure they're not compact down when they weigh them. That's what I'm trying to visualize.
No, I don't know. I mean, I watched a video on it, and I watched them bringing it in, but they didn't show the weighing, but they actually have this huge, I mean, it is huge. You could get in it. I mean, a guy did get in it to, but then they put a metal grate down on top of it to just keep pushing it down. So I can't imagine how much it would take. I mean,
no, just, yeah, so much.
Unless they pack it like bales of hay,
Yeah.
So I would think, now we see the big round bales in the field, but those would be 1,000 pounds. So it wouldn't be, so it could be if the old square bales.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'm dating myself, but anyway, the old square bales you would see in the field. So
Yeah.
it could be one of those, equivalent of something like that packed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think they would want to compact it a whole lot because that's what they do in the distillation process.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know.
Right.
I just imagine a hay wagon full.
Well, other than that, I'm also thinking, when I think of Melissa, I guess I always think like the first thing that comes to mind is an immune boost. So using it if you're not feeling well to help recover. And I know that it is one of the main ingredients in our On Guard Plus. It's part of the Plus, the black pepper and the Melissa. So that I guess makes me think more of when you're not feeling well, you reach for Melissa. So that's what comes to mind. But I feel like the information that we're sharing, and if you are actually using the Melissa and applying it to the roof of your mouth or under your tongue, that in 21 days you will feel more and experience more than just an immune boost. There's a lot to this plant. Some of the things that we've already shared about it talk about your energy level increasing. We've talked a little bit about, I think, like the stress levels, tension, working on those things as well. So, and a lot of our posts talk about setting goals and stress and things like that. So I feel like what we're going to get to by the end of this 21-day challenge is kind of a overall reset on mindset, energy, mood, and it might just throw you into, hey, I'm ready to hit whatever goals it is that I've been putting off, or whether it's, it talks about energy. Maybe it's an exercise goal, or maybe it's changing something with work or whatever it might be. But I feel like that's the direction we're heading, is that it's going to lift something from us that's been holding us back from something we've really wanted to do. Do you think maybe that's the direction we're headed?
Yes, I would agree, because I just don't think I think this month, these 21 days are a great way to get to know Melissa, because of it's expensive, we've sort of put it up on the shelf and away from us, and we've only used it in a narrow sense. And so I think we have to think about all that is, in fact, just doing my own research and reading, I'm like, oh, I've never thought about this, and I've never thought about this. And it's, I think this challenge, or this 21 days of learning, is really an opportunity to find out what it's all about and expand my health perimeters, so to speak.
Yeah, I do too. I don't think this has been shared yet. I think it gets shared next week. But this is a plant that's very similar to our other mint family plants, like the peppermint. So it's called lemon balm. So it is supposed to, if you do put it in your mouth, it's supposed to have a little bit of a lemon a taste to it, but very herby on the other side of that as well. But do you remember, we've talked about when my kids have been sick and how I like to put oils on their spine to reduce their body temperature. I never thought of Melissa as being one of those. As soon as I read that, and it's coming up next week, so everybody will learn about it next week, but I thought, wow, I I just completely missed that. All of these years of using these oils, I never knew Melissa was good for that.
Yeah. Well, no, and I didn't either. I didn't really realize that. And during my seasonal threat, the time it was here, but that was one of the things that I was doing a particular protocol with, and that was a daily rubbing on my feet. And so, and I thought, oh, I guess that's why, that it had to do possibly with the fever too. So,
Mhm. Yeah, it's pretty cool to find all this out. Well, I think it's interesting, and I think we're going to learn quite a bit about Melissa this month and the true value of it outside of the cost being one of our high dollar oils. I think we'll really find that it's very beneficial and a great one to have in our collection as well.
definitely.
All right. Well,
I might start using it more.
exactly. Yes.
Well, yeah. In fact, just another one that today, as I was reading, and my husband always uses helichrysum behind on the bones behind his ears when he has vertigo.
Yeah.
But then I found out, oh, Melissa's another one that could be used. So I didn't know that. So
No.
I'm learning, and it's like, okay, I need to get serious about using this more effectively. And
Yes.
being on the shelf isn't an effective use.
Mhm. No. Yes. So it's yeah. I am excited to see what all we will learn and experience as we do these 21 days of putting Melissa on the roof of our mouth or under our tongue, and what we're going to experience. All right. Well, everybody, stay tuned. We will check back in with you next week, let you know where we are and what we've learned, and any more information that we have to share about this wonderful oil with you all. So have a great weekend. Linda, have a nice weekend.
You too.